Welcome to episode 18 of Kevin's Corner. This week, I'm this close to pulling a Britney and shaving my head. This close. Last week, we moved to the letter B, exploring the bandwagon effect, the phenomenon in which people do or believe something simply because other people are doing or believing it. God, we're clever little things. This week, we moved to the letter C, and we'll be exploring a behavioral principle called the compromise effect. The compromise effect suggests that people are more likely to select a middle option over an extreme one given a set of choice alternatives. Choosing a middle or intermediate option is easier to justify, is less likely to be criticized, and is less risky, at least according to people's perception. Simply put, the middle choice seems like a good compromise between choices that may be viewed as too extreme. Let's look at the compromise effect in action. Some sneaky restaurants include an expensive dish at the top of their menus, knowing that most people will avoid it and select from the not-so-expensive choices. They'll also include a number of cheap choices, knowing that people usually don't go for those either, especially on a special night out. In this way, restaurants are able to herd diners to their most profitable dishes. So if you're the type of person who avoids the expensive foie gras or the cheap tomatoes on toast, you can expect to fall victim to the compromise effect, and you just might end up with that middle-of-the-line steak, not so coincidentally, the restaurant's most profitable dish. So how can we leverage the compromise effect in our experience design? Returning to our example of the fictional health foods company, we can leverage the compromise effect in a number of ways. Let's say the company has a subscription model for their products, the idea being that customers are sent one box of products every month to trial. From a behavioral economics point of view, it would be wise to offer this subscription model to customers as 3 distinct options. For simplicity's sake, we'll call them bronze, silver, and gold. Bronze is the cheapest option and only contains a handful of select products in the box. On the opposite end of the spectrum, the gold subscription is the most expensive and contains a taster of every product in the company's portfolio, in addition to a guide to healthy living and a branded water bottle. In the eyes of most customers, both the bronze and the gold subscriptions are extreme. The bronze subscription is simply not going to cut it. Most customers want to trial more than just a few of the company's products, otherwise, what's the point? Conversely, the gold subscription is excessive. A guide to healthy living? A water bottle? Sure, some customers will undoubtedly opt for the bronze and some for the gold, but by offering 3 distinct options, we can herd customers towards selecting the silver option, which, operationally speaking, is by far the most profitable. And that's your compromise. Next week, we move to the letter D. Catch you then.